especially Xiangyang, for this speech. One, I thought this was a great speech for an open house. You introduced potential new members to your Toastmaster experience. This speech was a fact-finding report, and the way I looked at it, it was a fact-finding report concerning your journey from when you started to where you are now. I thought this was a great project to pick for this speech. I thought that you had good stage presence when you were here. You stood with confidence, and you looked everybody in the eye. Excellent. You had 3 parts to your speech. You talked about the change at the beginning, your plan concerning your self-awareness, and at the very end, your officer role, where from the very beginning, you had no idea about Toastmasters, then you were able to help someone in the end. Very good. I thought your stories were great. They were little vignettes. You talked about your boss and your wife telling you that you were a poor communicator, a poor leader. And then the part 2, you said, I don't believe a word they said. I'm going to prove them wrong. And then at the very end, meeting with a guest and introducing them to Toastmasters, the pastor. You proved them wrong with that. Very good. Concerning your stories, I think you had the opportunity to use the stage more. You could have made one point here, told a story, could have stood here, made a point, told a story, and then over here. And that would keep your audience, I think, more engaged. Not that they weren't, but it might help in future speeches. At the end, I thought that you wrapped it up very well. You said Toastmaster answered you concerning your strengths and weaknesses. Essentially, it helped fix them for you. And you found communication and leadership skills very well tied up. When it came to the question and answer period, I like that you said you wanted to hear from the guests. Because most of us in this room have heard your story, and after a meeting we're able to ask you questions. But the guests haven't had that opportunity, and you gave them that opportunity during the meeting. I like that. The only other thing I could think of is perhaps an intro at the very beginning to set up what you were going to say. But overall, very good. I thought you had 3 great points. You might use the stage a little bit more. And I loved your stories. Great job.